discovered tons of photos of my brother on my crazy boyfriend's computer. So I asked him about it, and our minds were blown by his answer. My boyfriend and I have been together for a year. He's really close with my younger brother too, mostly because they both love fitness and working out. They spend a lot of time together and hit the gym as workout buddies. In hindsight, the fact that they're good friends makes it all the more creepier. Yesterday I was home alone and my boyfriend was at work. I needed to print something out, but my laptop wasn't working at all. My boyfriend has several laptops, and there's one in particular he never uses. At least I've never seen him use it. I thought it was some dusty old thing. I grabbed it and it was not shut down properly. It took me straight to the photo albums, and there were hundreds of pics of my brother saved. Most were pulled from his social media accounts, but there were also pics of him from his rugby team's website. WTF? This isn't even the worst. There was an album that only consisted of creep shots and videos, pics of him sleeping, and even videos of him getting changed. You could see in the videos that he wasn't aware of being recorded. What the fugging fug? The last pic he uploaded was last week. This is so creepy. I don't even know what to say. They were also pics of someone's gym clothes, and I'm assuming they're also my brother's. I'm confused, disgusted, and shocked. What the hell is going on? Update. I grabbed the laptop to take pics of the photo albums. I found way more stuff than I originally stumbled upon. While I was taking pics of the photo albums, I found more folders. He began saving these pics 4 to 5 months before we started dating. My brother didn't even know him then. That realization sent chills down my spine. I also went on the internet. The bookmarks, the browsing history, it was all horrific. I'm not gonna elaborate because it's honestly sickening. It's clear that he has an obsession with my brother, and extremely violent and disturbing fantasies about him. I'm not talking about BDSM or bondage. This was absolutely messed up, scary stuff. I went over to my brother's place and explained everything, showing him proof. He was shocked. Creeped out, of course, but didn't believe that my ex was behind this for different reasons. I wanted to go to the police, but he completely refused. I explained that this wasn't just a crush from a seemingly straight friend. This is an unhealthy, psychotic obsession. He completely denied that he was in danger and seemed embarrassed more than anything. I told him that ex actually started creeping on him months before the relationship began and took all these creep shots. Besides, the browsing history and bookmarks were specific to him. It would make anyone freak out. When I showed him the pics of his clothes, he was very confused and asked me why ex would steal his dirty clothes, but he still didn't want to go to the police. My plan was to confront ex in public, but my brother just texted him to come over. When ex came, I showed him the laptop and asked him to explain. The entire situation was so bizarre. While I was talking, he seemed incredibly angry. I'd never seen such a look on his face before. But then he calmed down and casually confessed to everything. He said it was just a habit he got into and that he was truly sorry. At that point, my brother said that this was probably a prank and that it wasn't funny, etc. I started crying a little and ex rolled his eyes and told me to stop crying. He was so nonchalant and cold I didn't even recognize him anymore. Then he said he would immediately stop doing this if we kept this to ourselves. I think my brother finally believed him then because he was dumbstruck. Ex said that he'd take down the cameras too, and that we shouldn't make a big deal out of it. I asked him where the cameras were, and he proceeded to show us. It turns out there was a camera in the shower as well. It was nauseating. The conversation that followed was extremely uncomfortable, and ex said some very provocative, inappropriate things. They ended up having a huge argument, and the rest was pretty awful. Later that night, ex texted me that I was a bad person for invading his privacy, and that I'm selfish, narcissistic, a bad human being, etc. He said that he's willing to forgive me though. Yeah, he really said that. I blocked his number, and on everywhere. A day later, he came to me at work, and I told him to stay away from me. He did that every day for 1 week until I seriously threatened him. He said that he never cared about me anyway, and wished me luck in my future relationships. A couple of days ago, my brother texted me and apologized, but he still refuses to address the elephant in the room. He's just pretending it never happened. I told him that ex is not stable. Why would you not notify the police? I honestly don't know what to do. And oh, by the way, it was his 21st B-day yesterday and I called him in the morning. He told me that he got a present from an unknown sender. I said that the sender is probably not unknown to us. Like, this is 100% my psycho ex. I just know it.